Hi guys, it's Daniela here, Ground Your Life with DZ. Um, Look, it's been a while. It's actually been about a month since I put together a video. I've had a lot going on in both my personal life and health-wise myself. I'm also starting back in my day job 3 days a week in a couple of weeks. So I've been trying to arrange things for that and for my little one for care. Um, just had a whole heap of change going on. Obviously, there's been, as always, quite a lot of different world events going on. The passing of the Queen, which I have my own thoughts about, but I won't go into that today. Um, Irrespective of everyone's beliefs about the Queen and whether she was a positive or a negative. I don't want to say role model, but whether it is a positive timeline or a negative timeline for you, irrespective of that, it is a massive indicator for change. I do believe. I don't think you could argue or question that it's not a major catalyst for change. So I think there is going to be a lot of change going on. Now, whether that be actual societies looking at, you know, a change from the monarchy, like that's one whole sort of theme. Whether it is just people questioning, I don't know, other things around idols or I think controlled wealth. You know, looking at something like the royal family, the amount of wealth they have, and then all the homeless people or people that have really pretty much nothing in the world, and how is there that contrast? I think that's something that has always been in the back of my mind. Ever since I was a child, I didn't really understand why there would be that contrast in the world, and what can people do to actually change that. And so that, I do sort of look at things in that aspect. But the other thing is just that people, I suppose, might see that if they did idolize the royal family, they could almost be feeling a fear of like, oh, what now? Or what does that mean with someone completely new? Or she's all across the money, etc., etc. So I have had like other friends and people sort of say, fear, because this means certain things are going to be rolled out in terms of negative agendas. I don't see it that way. I also believe that we manifest we create what we manifest. So if we believe it, if we have the fear, then there's going to be scary things. If we have the faith, if we're manifesting positive timelines, then we're going to have positive timelines. I mean, that's generally what I do believe. I don't have a lot of fear about a lot of things. The one thing that probably still gets me is my children, the fear of trying to get them to sleep. That's my one main fear every day. Why can't I manifest getting my children to sleep? It was my sister said to me today, "Oh, you look tired," and I'm like, "I thought I looked all right, but we'll see back on this video how I look." But the other day I had to take my daughter, my 2-year-old. Often we have to drive her to sleep lately, like literally in the evening. She just won't go to sleep unless she's goes for a 20-minute drive. And look, it's what works for us, and so we've been doing that. And rather than a 3-hour battle, it's a 20-minute drive, and she's asleep. Anyway, the other night we did this as usual, and like one of us would do that, and then she at 3 in the morning woke up. She wanted me to sleep with her. We often co-sleep, sometimes not. Usually just one of us in the bed, and I was with her in the bed, and she said to me, "Mummy, can you take me for a drive?" And I said, "It's 3 a.m. in the morning. It's the middle of the night, darling. Like, Mummy's tired." And then she was crying, and the only thing that was going to stop her from being upset was, or get her to sleep, was a drive. So literally at 3 in the morning, I was driving her around for half an hour trying to get her to sleep. So yes, I might be a bit tired. That was 2 days ago. I'm often up in the night, but at the moment it's not usually for several hours, and with a drive, like it might be up for a little bit, give her a bit of a drink, or a bit of a cuddle or whatever, but it's not usually driving around at 3 a.m. in the morning. So um, had that's just a day in the life of me as a mum. But in terms of everything else, I mean, there's been so many people within my friends and family network and group that have been massive changes in the last week, like even separations in relationships, changes in jobs, and major revelations, arguments, conflicts. There's just been so much. So I do feel a lot of energy. I felt the energy through the Lion's Gate, but then obviously there was the 9/9 portal, so the September 9th, anything that's sort of, there's 6/6/8/8/9/9, it can be whatever of every month. There's that significant value of those numbers, and I do believe in those, the number values. And really, it can be, you make it what it is for you. You don't have to be listening to what someone else is telling you on a YouTube channel or wherever else that this is what it means. This is what's going to happen. It's really what you tap into that energy and draw out for yourself. And so I'm all really about empowering each person for themselves. So you are the creator of your reality, and empower yourself. Not if something doesn't resonate with you, of whoever you're listening to or watching or whatever messages, whether they be online or in person, if it doesn't resonate with you, take it with a grain of salt and move forward. And it's more difficult to do in practice. Even I struggle with it, but trying not to be in conflict with that differing opinion, or trying not to get angry about that differing opinion or differing concept than you resonate with, and trying to be content with the universe, with everything, that it's okay to be different. It's okay to have, it's okay not to resonate with something, and then vice versa. It's okay if someone else doesn't resonate with what you resonate with. And one of the best quotes, actually I heard two quotes I had one quote this week, and then one quote that I usually just use anyway. So one was, I can't remember who told me this, but what, in terms of the view of yourself from others, what other people think about you is none of your business. I think I've said this before in another video, but so what other people think about you is none of your business. It's their business. So whatever they think about you, if they don't like you, if they have an issue with you, that's their business. That's not your business. So just try to let that go. It's more difficult in practice, I do understand, but just try to let it go. Transmute that energy, transmute that projection. Remember that we are projecting back to ourselves. So what we project out is coming back to us. So if that person has an issue with you, what do you have an issue with? You know what I mean? It's that projection. The other quote I heard this week was, have to get this right, boiling water. So if you've got boiling water hardens an egg but softens potatoes. That was actually Catherine Edwards, I think, that said that. Boiling water hardens an egg but softens potatoes. So I really resonated with that in terms of sharing that message, and I shared that on other social media. I'm only on Facebook personally, but for people to sort of get the grasp that you can have many perceptions. So you can have two different perceptions, completely opposing perceptions. That boiling water could harden something, but the other person thinks it softens something, and yet they're both correct. Like there is truth in everything. So all perceptions hold a truth, and it's not about being right or wrong. I've always resonated with that. It doesn't matter about right and wrong. It doesn't matter about good and evil, black and white. It's just all energy. And so if we can take a step back and just realize that everything is energy, let that energy flow through us. We either resonate with that energy and we can intensify our light with it, or we transmute it if it's not going to assist our light. So even you can look at energy, or it's not even light and dark, but just different levels of light. So I mean, there's so much that I could sort of say today, but I wanted to make the video not too long today, and then I'll try to put out a couple of other videos, shorter videos. Use your breath. The breath is one of the most powerful things that you could do if you are in conflict, or you're in angry situation or you're in a confronting situation, and bring it back to your breath. Ground yourself with a couple, just 2 or 3 slower breaths, letting your body know that if you are breathing, you're still alive, you're still okay, you know. Um, Often we just completely forget about that breath. Even if we meditate regularly, we might still be forgetting about that breath in everyday situations. So let's really try to put a focus on slowing down our breath, thinking about our words before we speak to them, which, you know, I'm guilty of not doing all the time, and being okay with different perspectives. You know, it's okay. Look, I hope this message resonated with you. If it did, please like and share to any other people that you know might resonate with this. Sorry, I've got a bit of a wobbly camera there. And please subscribe if you haven't, if you're new to my channel. I'd love to hear comments below about any kind of, if you had many conflicts or confrontations during the week, or what you felt the energy to be like. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention as well is the Schumann Resonance, for those who do follow that. And again, I believe that we, as a consciousness, as the humans on this earth, we create that Schumann Resonance. I don't necessarily think that the Schumann Resonance is created in itself and then we're affected by it. Yes, we're affected by it, but it's in a loop. So I believe that our consciousness affects the Schumann resonance, and then the Schumann resonance affects our consciousness, and it's this loop. It's the chicken and the egg, right? There is no start or end. It's both. If you're not familiar with the Schumann resonance, you can have a look that up. But it is I suppose, an energy that is calculated from, is it the electromagnetic force in the earth? I don't know exactly, but I'm not a scientist in terms of the Schumann resonance, but it's been on a blackout for, correct me if I'm wrong, like 6 days, 5 or 6 days or something. So the actual instruments and tools that are used to measure it, I don't know, are they down, or they just not, it's not able to be measured, but it's quite significant that it's happened in this week as well. So I do believe, some people say, oh, is this the 10 days of darkness? Or maybe it is whatever you believe it is. But irrespective, it's significant. And it's significant in human consciousness. And it'll be interesting to see what occurs over the next week or so, if there is like a blackout of this Schumann resonance for more days to come. So comment below if you follow the Schumann resonance, or if you can correct me on what I'm saying on that, or clarify that a little bit more. That would be great. And I'll hope to see you soon. Bye.